The Witcher Blood Origin, the gift that keeps on giving. You know, if something was going to take the crown for worst entertainment franchise of 2022, The Witcher would definitely be a heavy contender. I think that and Strange Things definitely are kind of fighting for that top spot. But I think you have to give it to The Witcher because of every avenue they've managed to make themselves a controversy. They found it. We have the writers and the guy from X-Men 97 talking about how the writers don't like the source material and they want to change it. Henry Cavill leaving the show. And now this. It's pretty much been just hit after hit after hit for this franchise, and this might be the death blow. Season 3, I think a lot of people aren't even going to tune in for it. And like I've said before, if you think the show's been bad, wait till that final season with Henry Cavill comes out. That's already been done. And wait till we see how bad that is. Because remember, that's the season that finally made him quit the damn show. But this show, worst audience scores of all time. We've already got the review bombers coming out saying that, oh no, the critics coming out, all the media outlets that ride that shaft and work the zipper of corporations saying it's review bombing, even though clearly audiences and critics seem pretty lined up. Not that that really matters because most of the time critics have awful takes. So this has been a disaster for Netflix, and I'm not quite sure when it's going to get better. This show was made to check boxes, and it has some awful, awful language, or not just language, but writing. Sorry, same thing. I said that because I'm thinking of that picture where they had the guy running from a fire, and he's like, F-ity, F, like a child. Real award-winning writing there. This show was a mistake. You've got the showrunner out there begging people to watch it. Begging. It's been hilarious to watch. It really has. This hasn't been talked about much, though, and that's this petition starting to get some traction again. About to hit 300,000 signatures. It might hit it tomorrow, the way things are going. This petition says it all. You must keep Henry Cavill as the Witcher and replace the writers instead. What have the writers of this franchise proven? Well, I can tell you one thing, that modern entertainment sucks. It's trash. And this show is a great example of how bad it can truly get. And as long as these cliques and nepotism and all of this shit in Hollywood keeps on going, they want people that only think a certain way, and they keep hiring and moving up garbage people that just don't know what the hell they're doing. It's just going to get worse. And this is a great example of it. So this petition is about to cross 300,000 signatures, and that's embarrassing. How many of these people have just noped out of The Witcher? How many of these people has Netflix lost? How many of these people will ever come back to The Witcher as a whole? I think that's a fair question. The only good news The Witcher has had this year is the fact that The Witcher 3 video game got that next-gen update and actually looks really good. I've been enjoying it. I just started playing it, and I've really been enjoying it. It's fun to go back to that game, and it looks and plays so much better, no matter what platform. Well, except Switch. Switch, unfortunately, did not get a next-gen update. Don't worry, though. The defenders are coming out of the sewer. They're starting to crawl out of their rocks and their holes. They're very upset when you criticize this show. So I responded to the Critical Drinker, who said 2022 has really been a race to the bottom when it comes to entertainment, especially with the fantasy genre. First Rings of Power, then Willow, now Witcher Blood Origin. Each of them more terrible than the last. That's very, very true. Yeah, there's been a lot of bad fantasy entertainment. Probably because it's cheap to make. But even if it's cheap to make, what's going to be helpful if you just run into the ground? No one's going to want to try anything new because of the way you're shitting on all over these. But I made fun of the fact that in Witcher Blood Origin, there's a character who uses American Sign Language. And of course, as you can see here, he, him, 2020, he, him, 22, they, them. This one doesn't have it. This one doesn't have it, but don't worry. He, him. That one doesn't have it. And then finally, he, him. So most of these people, you know what they're doing. It's the woke crowd of Twitter. They're running in. They don't want you making fun of anybody that needs representation. And the overweight elf that uses American Sign Language, they're out there making sure to defend that person. A lot of them are bots too, would be my guess. Like this person right here. They have 500 people. Dude, who gives an F? Who the F cares? This person, definitely probably a bot. This person says they have a podcast, so maybe not. Characters in fantasy worlds moving their mouths to speak English words, fine by me. Characters moving their hands to speak English words, dreadful, unacceptable, an assault on my senses. It's not being done for a story reason, though. It's being done for representation only. Also, the character's overweight, too, so they got 2 boxes right there, which I thought was funny. But it doesn't matter if the show is bad. I bet you these people watched it 3 or 4 times. So now, if you dare criticize anything, it's they speak English, dumbass. That's been going on forever. That's an accepted thing. But going out of your way to do hand signs that didn't even exist back then, that's stupid. I just find this funny. These people rush in, defend the show, get all upset that you have an opinion on it. It's laughable. And it happens every single time. It's almost like Miles Morales again. So I guess if you want to have an easy interaction on Twitter, just make fun of this show. It seems like people just run in to defend it, which I find funny. Everyone defending the $1 billion corporation. And then they all hate capitalism, too. It's funny. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed to that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.